This is Ken Mercer of Mercer Moments in American History. And today I want a discussion. I need to hear your feedback, your input. I'm asking, should we have a federal law, a death penalty for child traffickers? Again, should there be a federal law of a death penalty for child traffickers? You know, how many mornings do you wake up and your cell phone's beeping about a child who's missing, who's been abducted? How many times do you watch the nighttime news and hear about children we're looking for? But you know what? I read the reports. There are over 2,000 children missing every day. And not just the ones who are reported. So you're not hearing all the stories. 2,000 a day. If you watched the last 2 months of the Biden-Harris administration in 2024, I believe it was November, congressional hearings, where the administration then had to admit of all the children who crossed the border, the ones they knew who they were, the undocumented children, over 320,000 were missing, unaccounted for. That's outrageous. God bless those precious children. 320,000 right now in America. There are those who believe as many as 450 to 500,000 at least. Children who have been abducted. Precious children, God help them, who are missing in our country. There are gangs in Europe, Africa, Asia, and south of the U.S. border. They think it's funny. To them, they call this another revenue stream. One big stream is selling drugs, which is bad enough, but now they're buying and selling children. I call these people, the Mercer term, I call it EDS, E, evil, D, demonic, S, satanic. That's what I call these people, these child traffickers. Repeat that with me. EDS, E, evil, D, demonic, S, satanic. Are you with me on this? These are the worst people in the world, and they're taking precious, innocent children, and they're buying and selling them. And the reports say they buy and sell them 5, 10 times or more every day. Horrible things. I remember a family in Texas. They went to a sporting event, and their daughter went out for popcorn and a soda and did not come back. They were frantic. Where's our daughter at? And they get involved, and they said, well, who's in charge? Is it local police? Is it county sheriff? Is it state police? And after a few weeks, the parents went on these websites, these horrible, ugly websites, trying to find their daughter, and they found their daughter in another state, being bought and sold. And God bless them, they were able at least to find her and bring her back home. And I can only imagine the healing process they're going through right now. Pray for them and all those families. At least they found their child. Do you remember the first time you took your child to daycare or to school, and the fear in their face when you left them with someone else? Can you imagine the fear in the precious sons and daughters of our world when they're taken away? I ask for your help on this. I really believe if our country had a death penalty, if we had a national law, if our Congress, our U.S. House and U.S. Senate would come together, come on, sometime Republicans and Democrats agree together. This is horrible. Again, it's evil, demonic, satanic. And we need to save precious children, and we need to punish the evil. I call it a fog. We could create a fog, F-O-G, fear of God. Again, create a fog, a fear of God among all these gangs, that it will no longer happen in a place called the United States of America. In fact, can you agree with me? It should never have happened in a place called the United States of America. You let me know. Am I off base or am I right on? It's time that one nation in this world sent a message. The children are safe in a place called the United States of America. A message that maybe we can find these 500,000 children, find them and save them and begin a healing process and prevent hundreds of thousands of future children from falling into the same child trafficking. This is a hard topic for me, and I'm sure very hard for some of y'all to listen to. I want to hear from those parents who right now, who maybe you've been blessed, you found your child, I say blessed, but I can imagine the healing process must be horrific. And for those parents, those moms and dads who are still looking for that child, I want to hear from you. Should we have a death penalty, a federal death penalty, where the federal government gets involved? This is a federal crime, a death penalty. Would that send a message? Would that send a fog message, a fear of God message to what I call people who are evil, demonic, satanic child traffickers? I really want and need to hear your input to continue this discussion. But I've got to end with always pray for our nation. And I ask you to pray for each one of those children. Those who are missing, pray for the ones who have been found. And as we say in South Texas, ya basta, no más. Enough is enough, no more. And think if we can find these hundreds of thousands of children, find them, rescue them, save them, and begin a process of healing. And if we can prevent hundreds of thousands of future children from being bought and sold by these evil, demonic, satanic people. I ask you for your input. I need your input. And please always pray for our country. Pray for the parents, the moms and dads who are missing children. Pray for the children who are missing, and pray for those who have been found. Thank you, my friends. May God bless you.